doable. It's very doable. It's just so. Sorry, I mean, you're shot, you know?
Right through the drought periods, storing water in the trunk of the tree to survive that period of time. And the baobab trees will usually live and survive sometimes for over 1,000 years as well. The baobab trees live for a long time. Look at the view of the Serengeti grasslands. One of my favorite views in the whole reserve here. Now the Serengeti grasslands will actually stretch for hundreds of miles across East Africa. Super highway as well for millions of migrating animals. The wild Africa that is, actually this is the wild Africa we so strive to conserve here in Harambe. Well, look behind us there on the left. Behind that palm tree is a giraffe hiding back there. Not really hiding, but kind of out of our view. They will eat the trees. Giraffes will usually eat the higher parts of the trees because they're about 15 to 18 foot tall. And they are like tall pruning shears, and they will eat on the trees sometimes for about 16 hours a day. And there's another giraffe here on the left. It's probably going to be a little better look at this one here. This is a female on the left here. And this particular giraffe is reticulated, and the name reticulated means netted. You notice she has a net-like pattern there on her body. Notice the odd-looking structures right on both sides of the truck here. These mounds are termite mounds. Termites use saliva with sand and mud. They're able to build these mounds, let them bake in the sunlight. And they're as hard as concrete when they dry. Plenty for the termites to eat through here as well. Look at all the trees uprooted, pushed over. Termites will finish off the trees. Now, if you're wondering how the trees actually got pushed over in the first place, it's actually done by the largest land mammals on Earth, and everybody knows that is elephants. Yes, elephants are like bulldozers. They can easily push over and uproot the trees here. So a lot of trees uprooted. They have about 10,000 pounds of pushing force in their foreheads when they push those trees over. So it's easy enough to push the trees over. Oh, we got some gray animals grazing up on the hill on the right. And these are white bearded wildebeest. Now, about 1.5 million of the wildebeest will migrate across the African plains. One of the largest migrations of any animal in the world. And you notice the crocodiles in the river back there. The wildebeest have to cross the river, so it's a good chance the crocodiles will eat good when they do. That's nature. Look at the big antelopes on the hill there on the right. Those are elands back there, the largest antelope in Africa. And if you see the cows here on the right with the horns, you can't miss their horns. They're about 6 foot long and 20 inches in diameter at the base of their heads. And Collie cattle, the first domesticated cattle ever. And originally called Watusi cattle, it was the Watusi tribe that originally domesticated them hundreds of years ago. So they were named after the tribe. And if you'll look on the right, up the hill, you're going to see some real small animals up there. Those are Thompson gazelles or Tommies. They're real small. They're actually full grown though. Tommies don't get much bigger than what you see there. That's only about 50 pounds. Favorite meal, probably cheetahs, are the Tommies. Look at the big giraffe there on the left-hand side. It looks like a male giraffe from here. Male giraffes will weigh about 2,500 pounds and will reach heights of up to 18, sometimes even 20 feet tall. They get pretty big. actually at Monkey Point, Wilson.
Keep your eyes open for me. We picked up a baby elephant that was wandering off on its own. We can't find the mother. I'm afraid to put this baby in the resort.
Oh man, all right, we're gonna definitely keep our eyes out. Look for those poachers as well. Look on the left though. Look, you notice the big monkeys here underneath the rocks. These are mandrill monkeys, and they are the largest monkeys in Africa. And the big guy there that's got his back to us, that is the alpha male. He's the leader of the troop. They live in family groups called troops. And big family groups, meaning about 800 or so in a family group. Can have more than one alpha male as well. See if I can get a radio station tuned in here, guys. I think I've seen an elephant here on the right. We may get a chance to see him. Well, sorta. We're going to take a detour here. Looks like the road has been washed out by the rains here recently. Get off this bridge here, guys. That doesn't sound good, does it? I think I know where we're headed here. Red clay pits. I can tell elephants have been in the area here. Footprints on the ground. There's tusk marks, even bite marks. The elephants eat this red clay, full of minerals and nutrients. It's beneficial for them. Now, the elephant that we just barely seen back there is actually a male elephant. And he was by himself, and there's a reason for that. When male elephants reach maturity, the bulls do have to leave the herd. They kind of get booted out. They will spend most of their adult life by themselves, and the reason for that is because it's a matriarch society run by females. The matriarch, usually the oldest and wisest female, the leader. She's usually the one that does the kicking. Male elephants, when they are fully grown, will usually weigh about 12,000 pounds. Females will weigh anywhere from 6,000 to 8,000 pounds, and babies weigh about 300. And there is a matriarch, good example of a matriarch society right here on our left. Moms and babies here on the left-hand side. And we'll get a better look at the elands here on the right. Largest antelope in Africa. And better look at the Tommies there on the right, the Thompson gazelles. Now, I said that cheetahs like to hunt the gazelles because they're pretty much the only big predator that can really catch them. Gazelles run about 55 miles an hour. That's faster than most of the other big predators, but not faster than cheetahs. Up ahead on the left, look at the greater flamingo on the island here. Greater flamingo are not as pink as most, but they get the pink color they have from eating brine shrimp and other crustaceans that's found in the fresh water that contain beta-carotene. Now they are the least pink of all flamingo species. These particular greater flamingo are the least pink. And if you ever see them when they hatch, or ever see them when they're real small, they're gray. When they hatch or when they're born, they're gray. Oh wow, I see a big white rhino here on the left-hand side. That's the second largest mammal. Land mammal anyways. They can usually weigh upwards of about 6,000 pounds. And if you'll look, you'll see a mom and a baby, it looks like, there on the left. You see a little guy, white rhino underneath the palm trees there. It's good to see this. This is always good news when you see the baby white rhinos, because that means the largest flightless birds found in the animal kingdom. They can't fly, but they run about 40 miles an hour. They have those long legs.
Dad.
Ground looking for insects. Actually around the right corner you can see some of them. They are digging into the ground for insects. There was a larger antelope back then. Now you can see like around the tree areas and to the right side, antelope.
Huge. They're just like ours though, in the fact that they have 4 fingers and opposable thumb. They have very good manual dexterity. I've seen them pick up little seeds with their thumb and their 4 fingers. So they do have good manual dexterity, just that their hands are Now he's showing you a little bit now why he's called a silverback, or mature male gorilla. It's called a silverback. That starts to happen when they begin to reach maturity. Oh, here we go. This is one of his mates, one of the mature females. She's just going to come out and sit with him. Sit with her.
He's not a kid. He's blinking.
As I was saying, when they start to reach maturity at about the age of 11 or so, they start to get, the males will start to get that silver coloring on their back. And they will start to grow pretty rapidly until they finally get to be about 400 to 500 pounds. And they'll get the big sagittal crest on the top of their head. And if you look at the skulls behind you here, kind of when you came in, that skull in the middle is that of a mature male gorilla, and you can see that skull is...
He's a genuine bat.
Then later on in the movie industry came and made some Dracula movies about it. But really it's just the fruit there. It just eats melons.
I'm not sure if you can hear the tour guide, but he's the most unenthusiastic speaker I've ever heard in my life.
There's over 1,000 bats in the bat family. Only 3 bats drink blood. They only drink blood from cattle and pigs, not
The most boring
humans.
I don't think he's ever heard of a full stop in his script.
By the way, folks, I said like I felt Asian tigers roaming out their lives.
Dad, look at this here. Can you see his face? Right here.
It's a nutty person with spinners.
Can you get it out?
Yeah, I got it.
Your brain's there. I'll look at the car.